Welcome to Tent Talk, the podcast with Nancy McCready, where we talk about life under the big tent of God's presence and the provoking process of discipleship. Here we go.
Hey everybody, welcome to Tent Talk. This is Nancy McCready. What puts a stop to you? What causes you to draw a line in the sand and say, that's it? I want you to consider today as you listen to this episode that possibly what you're putting a stop to that you thought was Christian love, maybe it was really just human love, that it was things that are born of another source other than God, and those things need to come to their end. So take a listen today, and I pray that you'll step into that which is of Him, which has no limit, border, or boundary. So what can put a stop to you? What causes you to finally say, that's it, I draw a line, no more? What can put a stop to your remaining, abiding, living internally as one with the Father? Are there certain events on the face of the earth that would draw that line in the sand for you? Are there certain events or consequences of your choices that would bring you to that place? Are there certain things that within relationships where you finally say, that's it, I'm done, no more love? Then what that means is that you have come to the limits, to the outer edge, the border, the boundary of what all human love, kindness, compassion, endurance, human faith, you've come to their end. And in that, it's good that you've come to the end because everything human has its limits. It's only when we finally get to the end of self, and this happens many times, multiple times, if you are continuing in the maturing of the life of Christ within you. So before you can go into the limitless love of the Father, which is of a different source, you come to the end of human love at a certain point, at a certain level. And then hopefully you transition into the limitless love of God. And the love of God is nothing like human love. They are of two completely different sources, two different kingdoms. They are nothing alike. And oftentimes when people are coming to the end of what they thought was Christian love, they step into, unfortunately, new depths of human love. What they didn't realize maybe was all along it was their view of what Christian love was. And they thought it was very exclusive. And they thought it was, earned and deserved and based on behavior and this and that. And so they toss that aside, thinking they've somehow discovered that, that's not real love. And so they dive off into human love, which, is open to everything and everyone and do whatever you want and all of these kinds of things. But really and truly, the only love that there really is the love that is God Himself. And His love, who He is nothing like anything human. I don't dictate that kind of love. I don't run it. I don't manipulate it. I can't threaten it. I can't guilt it. I can't stop it. I'm not in control of it. And yet, the very person of God Himself, when you come to know the love that is God, now you have stepped into something that, number one, you don't define, you don't determine, you can't diminish, you can't defile it. All you can do is bow and receive it. And when it begins to flood you, as the person of Holy Spirit pours it into your spirit, because it's not received first in the soul, it's received in who you are, in the Spirit. And Holy Spirit pours the love of God into you. And you will awaken to God Himself. And then you will learn what love really is and who love really is. So I want to encourage you today, if you have finally come to your end of human things, then I say, great. Congratulations. Hooray. Because now you can truly step into the love of God and the love that is God. And you will find there are no limits, and it is not going to run out because you didn't start the flow of it. You're not the source of it. You don't provoke God to love you. God is love, and that was all His idea. And we have to let God define love to us, because the Word says that we receive the love of God, and now we have love to love God with, to love ourselves, and to love others. And the source of that love will not be human. It will be experienced by humans, can be passed on by humans, can be promoted and provoked by humans, shared by humans, but humans are not the source of it. Therefore, we don't dictate it. And the more that you drink in the true love of the Father, the more clearly you'll be able to discern the counterfeit, the toxic human love that maybe you've been chasing after and settling for. So I pray this will encourage you to bow and receive the love that is God and the love of God. And that wherever you've been stopping before, things that would bring you to a stop, that you would hit the border and boundary of what you were willing to endure, or, as you progressed on with God and it cost you other loves, that you won't see that as something horrible, but you'll see it as your privilege. So this is a part of my encouragement to you in allowing God to work His character inside of you, His love inside of you. So I truly love you all by the love of God that I have received, that I'm learning to love Him, love myself, and to love you in the way that He loves. So there you have it. I hope you enjoy your day today. Love you all. Bye.
For more information on Nancy, please visit nancymccready.com or follow her on social media at NB McCready.